Hey guys, J19 brought you another video, and today we got some big news for Astro Bot. We also got big leak / rumor for the state of play that's coming up, and possibly the PlayStation 5 Pro. So with that said, if you guys want more PlayStation news content on this channel, feel free to like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications, they notify when I upload my next video. So I'm gonna look over here and read you guys some statements here. This is for the PlayStation State of Play and about the PS5 Pro. Ready? Here we go. Sony will hold a pretty big State of Play next week. The big announcement that all you are eagerly waiting for will take place on Tuesday / Wednesday of next week. So next week, the second week of September, which makes a lot of sense, all lines up with the announcements and rumors of like Sony's got a State of Play. They have a PlayStation 5 review coming out. Like that's coming within the first couple weeks of September. This makes a lot of sense. So let's look at some more. For those asking how big, it will have first-party content, including a world premiere that I am waiting for. This is huge. If true, okay, take it with a grain of salt. This is from Ignis. He's not really super reliable, but stuff is starting to line up a little bit. Like, you got Astro Bot that's coming out this week. Like tomorrow, my copy got delayed till September 9th, which kind of sucks, because I want to play it and then talk about it in like a review. But it's going to be a lot longer than I expect. But we'll talk about that in the next segment. So anyways, not 100% want the world premiere being at this event or TGA. Take it with a grain of salt. So again, we can see world premieres at the Tokyo Game Show. I think the Tokyo Game Show is going to be for games already announced. I don't think Sony's going to have major blockbuster announcements at TGA. They would love to have that at their own showcase / state of play. Because why? Not many people are going to be up like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to watch the Game Awards, especially in America. We're not going to be up that early, especially not me. I don't watch TGA. I wish I could. Wish I could understand Japanese, but I can't. It's not a whole lot going to be there. It's going to be like Square Enix going to be there with Final Fantasy 16 PC port. Rebirth is not going to be there, of course. It's not really to talk about. They are kind of marketing it in other countries, trying to get the game out there. But yeah, we don't have a lot to go on that part. Capcom's going to be there. Probably going to have Monster Hunter Wilds. I hopefully get a release date. You guys know. So let's stop talking about TGA. That's what we're not here for. Not TGA, but TGS. So anyways, I'm sorry for another tag, but I was a little wrong about this. I mixed things here. The big announcement will take place next week, and the State of Play will take place, 19th, 20th of September. So a big announcement. It's pretty strange for Sony to do that, but I can always be wrong about this. Sorry again. So Ignis said he overheard some things. He got some things wrong about this, so he's got mixed feelings. For me, this is what's going to happen. I think the State of Play is going to happen before TGS. Bottom line, between now and TGS, a State of Play is going to happen. What I think is going to happen this coming up week, I think we're finally getting a review for the PS5 Pro. I think that's going to happen. Whether it's a blog post or it's just a simple little trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel, who knows? I think it would be good enough for them to like just do like a State of Play this week and just do a review of the PS5 Pro right at the end. How do you get people excited about your product? Show them some things that the product can do, right? As far as video games is concerned, I'm not talking about like products out there, but let's take a video game perspective. How do you draw people for your consoles? How do you draw people in and get other players to play your consoles? You gotta show them some stuff. What games are coming up? There's a lot of people, I said this in the rant videos a while back, like I talk about, it's like to get people on the PlayStation 5 hype train, get them on board for this current generation, are still on PS4, either A, you gotta lower the cost of the PlayStation 5 by $150 to $100, probably $100 before people will start buying it. Or, if you can't do that, what do people want? Majority of people I talk to, either because it's money situation, or the other big thing is there's no other games out there on the PlayStation 5 that makes me want to say, I'm missing out, I gotta get me a PS5. Sony, if you're going to review the PlayStation 5 Pro, your best bet is do what the first half of the statement says. That you're going to have like a big State of Play, world premieres, get people hyped about PlayStation 5. Be like, holy crap, what an event. And not only that, they show off the PlayStation 5 Pro. You know what that's going to do? That's going to keep people excited for PlayStation 5. Made to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. So anyways, that's what I got for that topic right there. So anyways, I'll just take everything with a grain of salt. I definitely think something happening this week, whether it's a state of play or some kind of big review. I think Sony's ready for something. According to this, if I want to take a face value, like just face value, like what it looks like here, I don't know how reliable he is, but even Jeff Grubb said there's going to be a state of play this year, this month. So between now and TGS, we're going to state of play, and then PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be revealed, I think, next week. Because you got Astro Bot coming out this week. They want Astro Bot to have this moment for like the weekend into early next week, and then bam, you get the PlayStation 5 Pro review or whatever they plan on doing. Right? It's up to Sony. I still think something's going to happen. Now, speaking of Astro Bot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was the highest rated game of 2024. People say, but, what about Shadow of the Earth Tree? That is an expansion. That is a DLC. Those ain't that. Of course, that is a game. Might say it's a game within a game. For me personally, I thought Shadow of the Earth Tree was worse than Elden Ring base game. That's just my take on it. You guys can probably go whoa in the comments, be like, dude, you're wrong. You're high on whatever. But for me, I don't find the Shadow of the Earth Tree that exciting. I don't find it fun. I don't like the level design. Like, it's just like there's no like straightforward path. It's like Elden Ring, at least he had an idea where to go. That's my rant on it. I think Shadow of the Earth Tree, even though it's one of the highest rated expansions of all time, I still think it missed the mark from me on my end. It's not going to get nominated for GOTY. Jeff Keighley's not going to change his mind unless they somehow have awards for Best DLC or Best Expansion of the Year award. Best Game award is going to come down to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, let's face it, or Astro Bot. The reason why I mentioned Astro Bot, Sony had Helldivers 2, right? Phenomenal game, right? I played a match of that. I can see why people love it, right? It's a very highly regarded game. Concord, flop, right? We don't have to talk about that here. I played a beta. The demo, the game was fun. But the problem with that game is they're trying to sell it as a $40 deal when you can play Overwatch, Overwatch 2, or Valorant, right? I know Valorant's more of like Counter-Strike then, but still, you get my point. You don't try to get into the genre. You're doing a price point for your game when those games exist, right? It's bound to be a failure. Game's fun. Don't get me wrong. If you guys still have the game, play it. It's fun. The game's gonna be shut down, so that sucks. Anyways, speaking of Sony, Astro Bot had a chance to be one of the best games, platforming games of all time, and it's looking like it's gonna be the case. It's rocking a 95 on OpenCritic, and it's a 94 on Metacritic with 100 reviews. I don't know how many more reviews are going to come out today, but it is sitting at first place for Final of 94, while Final Fantasy VII Rebirth got a 92 on Metacritic and a 93 on OpenCritic. Now, me personally, if people would just like take their opinions of how they felt about the ending chapter of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, especially like people like GameSpot and a couple other ones that gave it like an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, those lower scores, if they would put the biased opinions of the last chapter out of the way, they said this is a perfect game. They would have probably gave it a 10 out of 10. So if you really think about it, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would probably be a 95, 96 rated game right now. If those people would just put their feelings behind them and actually do it as a professional, right? But that's just my opinion. Of course, the ending for me, when I first played it, I understand why they don't like it. Because it don't feel good. It's uncomfortable. It didn't do the justice of the OG. But if you think about it, if you had time to like think on it for a few days and really think about why they done what they done, they probably would change their review scores. That's just me. Game is a 92, 93. Astro Bot is now the #1 game on Metacritic and OpenCritic for this year. It's because you can't count Shadow of the Earth Tree. We already talked about that. That is an expansion. That is not a game that released this year. It's just more of the same of Elden Ring, even though, in my opinion, it's not. It's a little bit of it's a downfall for me for that game. Anyways, that's what we got right now. So Astro Bot and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth look like they're gonna be head to head. They're gonna go head to head against each other in Game of the Year. You say, what about Black Myth Wukong? Yes, Black Myth Wukong should be nominated. Why? Because outside of the media, the gaming media outlets, right, they gave it an 82. It's an 88 on open credit, but on Metacritic it's only an 82, right? I hate to say this, but I don't think the game's gonna win because majority of the votes for the Game Awards are going through the media outlets. We as players, we do get the vote, but our voting only counts like 10% of the voting. So it's like 80-20, I think. It's a lot closer now, but still, the gaming media outlets get to decide. And in my honest opinion, I think Astro Bot is probably going to win it. I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, even though for me it's my personal goty, it might change when I play Astro Bot or when I play Black Myth Wukong. But that game was such a magical ride for like 100 hours. Like you can't forget about that game. You can't. Astro Bot is probably going to be the next Mario game, right? People will say, well, how come? Because that's what they're saying. They're saying Astro Bot is the best platforming game in decades or in years. Like it blew their minds. So anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the Astro Bot. Are you guys excited? Were you guys like shocked by these numbers? Or do you guys think, oh yeah, it's a Sony game. This game is gonna do well, right? In number wise. What's your game of the year so far? I'd like to see what you guys have to say. And let me know about the PlayStation Showcase State of Play, I should say. Not Showcase. The State of Play and the big announcement that's going to happen next week. For me, State of Play is going to happen between now and TGS. And I think the big reveal is the PlayStation 5 Pro. I think that's coming next week. If I was Sony, I wonder if you guys agree with me in the comment section. Do you guys think that Sony should just do a big massive State of Play, like next week, have world premieres, get people hyped up for the PlayStation 5, and then bam, have Hertz, right? Not Hertz. Halts. Yeah, Halts. Sorry about that. Herman Halts, right? Not Hertz. I don't know why. I was thinking about football. You know, I don't like Jalen Hurts, so it's not my team. But yeah, if Halts come on there with the other CEO, I forgot his name. I'm sorry, I don't keep track of like all PlayStation stuff, which I should. But they could come on there and go, this is the only thing we got for you. Then bam, they have the PlayStation 5 reveal, Pro reveal, and that will end the showcase, the State of Play. If they do that, I think you get more people on board, get more people hyped for the PlayStation 5 and the Pro. I think that's the best way to handle it, not just separate the two and just have things at TGS and some things at State of Play and some things just tied up in a blog post. I think Sony, if they just condense it all in one day, have a big event, it can be 45 minutes to an hour. It don't have to be no hour and a half, 2 hours. Just have like a 45 minutes to an hour long event, showcasing upcoming games for the next year and a half, right? And also show us the PlayStation 5 Pro. I think that'd be the perfect blend of perfection, a perfect blend of reviews, excitement, get people ready for the second half of the PS5 life cycle because we need it. We need a little boost. Anyways, this is great. Astro Bot is definitely a contender for goty. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well. Let me know what you guys think of all this, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So what I said, hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on. Links in the description below. My Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. You guys know what to do. I will be streaming on Twitch next month. We will starting off with Until Dawn Remake when that launches, and then I will move into Black Ops 6. I'll be doing a lot of Black Ops 6 on my Twitch, and I'll upload it to YouTube as well for you guys to check that out. With that said, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.